Well, guys, the holidays are behind us, and we've actually had some free time to play a few of our own choices lately. Nate, what were you playing over the holidays, my friend?
Well, buddy, a whole whopping 3 games. Mostly 2, but 3 games. I actually picked up the Serious Sam collection.
Oh, nice.
I got a couple gift cards from the holidays, so I was kind of looking at the store, and I played the second one with one of my old-time best friends way back in the day on like GameCube, I think.
Wow.
So anyways, I just struck some nostalgia, played through some of the game.
Nice.
Stopped playing it, but at any rate, the next game was Siege, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I think you would know that, Drew, because I think we played probably every time.
Yep, pretty much. I think so, yeah.
Oh man, we have been just crushing a lot of Siege.
Yeah.
A lot of learning for all of us, but it's been a ton of fun, man. That game,
Yep.
just something about it, the competitiveness and just the style of the game, it's just next to none for me.
Oh, for sure.
But the last game, now this is quite the controversial game,
Yeah.
and you're gonna talk about it too, but
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077, man. And wow, my time with it, I'm 103 hours in.
Whoa.
So,
Wow.
you know, I have obviously enjoyed my time, but
Yeah.
it's been a buggy mess, man. Wow.
Still playing, though.
Like I've played
100-hour
Fallout,
buggy
I've played-
mess.
What's that? Sorry.
And 100 hours of a buggy mess.
I know.
Oh,
But that
man.
means that's saying something for the game, though. That's saying something.
Yeah, and I'm truly a dedicated player. I've played Ark, I've played the Fallout games, Elder Scrolls, all these
Buggy games.
really buggy games.
If
But
someone's
honestly,
playing
this
through
game, Cyberpunk absolutely trumps it. And I'm playing on the Series X. You gotta all keep that in mind. If I was
Yeah.
playing on the original Xbox,
Ooh.
which I watched my brother play, okay, I couldn't.
No, for sure.
But you know, my experience on the Series X, the game runs smooth. It's just like I have about 10 pages worth of bugs that are in the game. So hopefully some of these things will be addressed for my second playthrough, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Because you know they've been talking about DLC. They have DLC planned. They had a terrible third-person mod come out, and I don't know. It's been a great time though, man. I haven't beaten the game yet, so no spoilers in the comments or anything. And from you, Drew.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really have loved this game. Scott, what have you been playing, buddy?
Oh, well, in contrast to that, I've tried to stay away from Cyberpunk just for the time being. I want to capture it in all of its glory, and
Yeah.
that has led me to kind of spend my free time in other games for now. I've started The Long Dark.
Nice.
That one was interesting, but it didn't
That's cool.
quite hold me. It
It's
wasn't.
slow.
Yeah, it wasn't the action-packed kind of thing
Yeah.
that I was expecting, but it's interesting. A lot like DayZ, but just, first person. So that's interesting. But I got kind of tired of that one quickly. I moved on to Carrion,
Nice.
which is a really interesting shake-up on a Metroidvania kind of looking game. But it plays out a lot different because you're the monster, and that was a lot of fun. That kept me for hours and hours. But the other game that I got into to check in, and I'm gonna have to keep plugging away at this one, is Code Vein. And that one is kind of a Soulsy styled game, but not quite. And it's a lot more like a JRPG
Yeah.
kind of look to it. And that one is interesting. It's really keeping me going.
What are you playing that
But-
on, Scott?
Cool.
That's on the Game Pass for Xbox.
It is, eh?
So I've been enjoying that. Yeah, I've been checking those catalogs a lot the last couple weeks to try and get some sort of direction of what to play.
Yeah.
Because other than those games, I keep defaulting back to Cold War. The new Call of Duty game it's got me. I'm in for the war zone. I'm in for the team deathmatch, and I've spent a lot of time over the last 2 weeks playing that game.
Nice.
But
I can agree that I'll start off. That's right where I'm at too, Scott. Like that's my go-to game. I'm playing a ton of Black Ops Cold War right now, and Warzone because of the new Rebirth map. Like it's a ton of fun right now. It's a super kind of fast game mode for battle royale. It's not as drawn out. Not that the Warzone regular is drawn out. I mean, it's a still pretty fast-paced battle. But I mean, I've had a ton of fun playing Call of Duty, and it's one I can't put down. Like you said, it's got the multiplayer right now, the playlist they've added, gunfights back now. So there's a lot more to do than there was at launch. So they've done a good job at kind of picking it up quickly through the holiday season, and I've noticed there's definitely a lot more traffic when people playing this game. Outside of COD, kind of slowed things down a little bit. Hopped into Torchlight 3. I got Adam and Daniel playing with me now,
nice.
So the three of us have been rolling through, and it's been really, really fun. And again, it's just one of those games where it's nice. You can kind of jump in for a half hour or an hour and rip through a couple of dungeons, and then you're off to something else. So it's kind of nice. Those are the games I tend to stick with. Something I can jump into real quick and out of if I can. But you know what's been taking up all my time? Any free minute I get is AC Valhalla. I've put in. I'm like 60 hours into this game now, and I'm having a blast. Like I haven't played one in a while. I know mixed reviews here in this group. But overall, honestly, I am having a good time. Right now, I am progressing through the story pretty quickly, but I've been starting to kind of tail off and do a lot more side quests and try to clear out the territories that I'm kind of in. And I'm noticing I'm kind of discovering a lot more. The game's getting a little bit deeper now, and I'm really starting to enjoy it. So honestly, I just want to play it right now. If we could actually just stop this, that'd be really good. I get 20 minutes in before I went to bed, but I've had a great time playing that. What were you playing, Drew?
I've been kind of bouncing. I had a bit of a hard time because we play so many. I'm normally pretty focused on what I'm able to play, but I had the opportunity. My girlfriend's a huge fan of Apex. So I've been actually playing that. Man, I suck at that game. That game is hard. But like,
terrible.
It's tough.
Dude, we can drop in and be dead within like less than a minute, and it's all over. Like I just landed. I don't even have a gun, and it's over. I'm like, we're restarting again. So I'm glad that at least it's quick to get back into, but at the same time, man, I can get pretty frustrated. Yeah, of course, me and Nate been hooking up and playing a lot of Siege. Holy, every night we were on there for a couple hours. It's just Siege. Like I just checked the other day, I'm something like 600 hours now at this point into Siege.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You caught up. You caught up. Finally.
It's been
Guys,
good.
I'm officially over halfway to my hours spent time in Destiny.
Nice, 1,000.
And that's
a lot.
that's saying something because Destiny, there's a lot of just sitting in the space, flying around.
Yeah.
Especially Destiny 1, where you're like on your phone looking for raid parties. So like this game's just pure PvP, and it's crazy, man. I'm at like 1,200 hours of breaking that like 1,000 to 1,200, something like that.
Yeah, I've been hooked. Honestly, I've been kind of hooked on it. I'm learning a lot more too. So we've been playing a lot more ranked. So I've been really able to focus on, where are the cameras, what walls do we barricade, and where would I want to put a mirror wall if I'm using a mirror for that round kind of thing. What walls do we leave open and kind of make sure we got proper angles for. There's just so much depth into it. And then, you're always bogged down by sometimes, unfortunately, the community itself isn't team killing. Just stop doing that and just play the game.
The great thing, man, about ranked is that you get to focus on, their 8 to 10, I think it's 10 maps now. I think.
Yep.
Maybe a little more. But anyways, about 10 maps instead of like the casual where you got all these maps that, are broken.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's why they're not in ranked.
For sure.
So it's, I don't know, the pace of ranked, I've really liked how we've adjusted to that because it is tougher at times, but man,
we've been steamrolled.
Yeah, but like tonight, look at us. We were on unranked, but
we were the steamrollers.
Rolling.
Yeah, no, we did really well tonight on stream, that's for sure. I'm playing more Red Dead. Hooked on that game a lot. It's just a slower pace, right? So I've been playing so many games that are open world, and besides Siege, it's just been like, man, Red Dead, Cyberpunk, Immortals, Phoenix Rising,
Watch Dogs. You've
It's
been hammering them out, man.
AC Valhalla. I jumped back into AC Valhalla too. I'm like, what am I doing here? So, but then I did a quest. I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm kind of plugging around. To me, it's just a Viking game. It's not Assassin's Creed, but that's a different time for a different topic, I think. But yeah, I finished up the campaign for Cyberpunk, and I actually went back and did another run through of the ending, just the ending. It kind of puts you at a save point where it allows you to go back and experience the next ending if you wanted to, kind of thing. So I did it twice. It's put me in around 40 hours. Glad I'm done. Deleted it from my console, and that's it. I've just moved on now. And now we're back into the full swing of the show once again, and we're back on the grind for playing some pretty cool games this week. So make sure you stick around. It's Inside the Game.